We have two very important planets that have decided to walk arm in arm lockstep. And one of them is Jupiter, and one of them is Venus.
And they're both wonderful planets.
They're wonderful. So we've got two very good friends who have nice personalities who've gotten together and said, let's go have a beer, and the other one says, like Venus says, no, make it champagne. But honey, big old Jupiter, the sign with the warriors and the philosophy and all the great masters and blah, blah, blah. Jupiter's about expansion and let's do stuff big. And of course, you can drink a whole lot more beers for a tenner than you can champagne. So, okay, they'll probably end up having both if I know either of them.
I want to welcome everyone to this new moon podcast and journey. And we have so much to talk about and discuss today. It's been a crazy life, but I want to definitely welcome everybody that's joined us. Hi, Audrey. And of course, Mickey, thank you for being here.
Hi. This is one heck of a day, I'll tell you. Oh,
Mickey, I'm just going to let you have the floor.
That's where I belong right now. On the floor. Well, this is I don't know if I could say good news and bad news. It's really mostly good news. It's just that some people might take the seriousness of it as being bad. It's not. It's just that you're going to have to behave in a certain way. We have two very important planets that have decided to walk arm in arm lockstep. And one of them is Jupiter, and one of them is Venus.
And they're both wonderful planets.
They're wonderful. So we've got two very good friends who have nice personalities who've gotten together and said, let's go have a beer, and the other one says, like Venus says, no, make it champagne. But honey, big old Jupiter, the sign with the warriors and the philosophy and all the great masters and blah, blah, blah. Jupiter's about expansion and let's do stuff big. And of course, you can drink a whole lot more beers for a tenner than you can champagne. So, okay, they'll probably end up having both if I know either of them. But it's very, very nice, in other words. And there's a definite lift in actually it's not exactly the new moon yet, but you got a 3-day lead in. So to anything that happens, there's a leading up to when it's what we call exact. Hey, it's really right there. It's like before you get home, you get almost to your door, but you've got to pass a couple of neighbors before you get up to your own door. And then it's real. You're home then, but you were almost home, built up to, okay, now I'm home. And then you come out and close the door and go continue down the street, but you're getting further away from home. So you've got a build up, a bang, and then a subsiding of being at home, that kind of thing. So both of these are about big issues. As I said before, Jupiter is all about expansion. It rules philosophy because philosophy expands your knowledge and your mind and therefore changes your personality, Jupiter is just a wonderful, wonderful plethora of massive energy coming that helps whatever it is you need help with. Whatever needed a burst of energy, and suddenly the light goes on and says, oh, I should be doing such and such and such. Well, there you have it. And then Venus says, oh, that's so lovely. It makes me feel so good. I want to go help somebody. I want to go sweeten something. You know what I mean? So these are great planets to be doing anything, and we should all be very, very grateful. they're what's called conjunct, which means they're right on top of each other. And that's always a great thing. Well, I shouldn't say it's always a great thing. Some of the bad planets, when they get tight together, they don't behave. But in this case, when you have planets with a certain kind energy, like when it's the moon, and since this is an occasion of the two biggest importance, where it's the sun and the moon, this other stuff is going on right behind them. You got the sun and the moon walking in front of the parade, but right up on them is Venus and Jupiter, and that's going to be lovely. There are a lot of big things coming, and these four are in the forefront of it. But now this is going to go on and on. Another thing I'll get into in a minute is about Chiron. That's a whole other thing. But in the meantime, we have to think about our possessions. Has anybody noticed that suddenly the things you own are right in the forefront of what's going on? Anything that you own, the things, quote unquote. Some of them will suddenly wear out and you've got to buy a brand new one, whatever it is. How about you, Audrey? Have you felt a kind of way of having to think about things in the house or things outside the house?
Yes. The electrical
Yes.
part of the house.
Well, Kate,
absolutely.
My electrical stuff started acting up right before we went on. An hour before. It was one thing after another.
Yeah.
And it was electrical. It followed me into the room to put my hair up and all that stuff, too. All kinds of stuff started happening in that room, and they were all electrical.
So, okay.
But what kinds of things, Audrey?
Well, we put in a backup generator, and I think it's the power is being overloaded. We keep losing the TV. We keep losing Wi-Fi. So we got the electrician, a different electrician here to fix what the first guy didn't do correctly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Well, hopefully.
Hopefully it works.
Yeah.
But that might be the good part, where you finally got someone who really is going to do good, fix it right, expansively. Now, it may cost a little more than you meant for it to.
A little extra, yes.
That's going to come in. I guarantee it, because Jupiter's all about big, It's going to add a little something to whatever you thought the situation was. But if you want it to be what you want it to be, you have to go with the flow, the new flow.
100%. Yes.
That's wonderful. Just be on the lookout, because it's going to get better, and it's going to be better for at least 2 weeks till the next, big moon harmonic. But when we start to talk about Chiron, there's some very long-lasting things. Chiron, where it is now, it's just coming to a place where it's going to start adding a lot more, but it's going to be there until 2033. So that's what we call long-lasting.
It is.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I put it in my notes or not. There's also a lot of energy coming about with what Neptune is doing. It's not so much an observable, active thing at the moment, but way behind the scenes. It was doing something when we had the full moon, but that's still going on in the background. So that's not bad. Neptune adds, how can I put it? Taking in a lot of energy and using it. It's a very psychic planet. It's all about airy-fairy stuff, So there are going to be psychic things happening, a lot of psychic stuff. But they're not big. They're not going to change the flow of your general everyday life. It's just stuff that's happening in the background that's woo-woo, as we call it, But it's going to be there for, I think he said 7 years. Hello, Martin. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, Martin.
I'm good.
See how we all started brightening up when you showed up? We're grinning.
It's good to have more people.
It always happens, though. I mean, you know, Martin's on the set and everybody goes, wee! Telltale influence.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Oh,
I'm
God.
happy to see all of you.
What did you
I'm
say?
happy to see all of you.
Oh, we are too. We're happy to see you. It's always great when you join us. We were just talking about how great it is that Venus and Jupiter are clicking together. They're conjunct, so that means, you know, they're right together and they're marching along down. Remember we talked about we have to hold hands, and lock arms, and walk down our path without looking from one side to the other. Just keep going. Just breathe and keep going and support each other and that kind of thing. Well, you know, that's kind of what's going on right now. You could call this a period of manifestation, you know, like through a porthole. Okay, we talked about, what do you call it? I never remember the name of it. The big circle that you walk through, that you step through. It's a porthole.
The vortex?
Huh?
The vortex?
Vortex, there you go. I'm saying portal, but it's a vortex.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, there's so much happening back and forth, back and forth. There are people coming from that side to this one and from this side to that one, and they're crossing and crossing and crossing. So there's a lot of manifestation going on. Now, you can be part of it. You can actually manipulate some of it if you want to. Or if you decide to just sit back and watch what's going on, there's a lot going on. You know, it's that get serious about cleaning out all capital letters, all that does not serve you. And you've heard me mentioning that before. But some of us have not. We've done maybe one little thing after we were together and talked about it. But we didn't continuously clean house spiritually. And especially with Jupiter that we're dealing with now, it's all about expansion. But it can't bring some things in if you've got a room full of junk. Okay, so we're being admonished, especially in light of the nature of our little group. Okay, and it led me to go back and look at some of the Sethian principles, and the fact that Seth's main thing was, hey, go create something. You have the power. Go do it. Go create. You know, I'm telling you it's possible, and I'm telling you you can make it into whatever you want to make it into. But you see, that means if it's even slightly outside the realm of what everybody else is doing, then we're slow to go and get those little pieces that are more obscure, but they have a lot of power. So we're not bothering. And that's what the admonition was about. Hey, do you remember who you are and why we're together? Go do something. Okay. And it says, start here. It happens. Hello.
Well, look who's here.
Hello, sweet lady.
Hi, Carol.
Hi, Carol.
I thought you would be over with by now.
We just finishing up. So.
Hi, Martin. Hi, Audrey.
Hi, Carol.
All right. Since Kate let me know you were still on, I'm jumping in to say hello at least.
Yeah,
So
thanks.